So I've seen the movie, and I wanted to give you my top 10 moments from Avengers Infinity War. So yeah, this video will contain spoilers, so if you have not seen the movie, you better tune out now unless you want to hear some major spoilers here. So yeah, let's get started off with the very opening of the movie, and it's kind of where we left off from Thor Ragnarok, because we first see this, like, the ship that the Asgardians are on has already been like wreaked havoc by Thanos and his 4 children, the Dark Order, and yeah, or the Black Order. I think I messed it up, or maybe it is Dark Order. I keep forgetting or what it is, but yeah, they've already wreaked havoc, and it's like you see a like bunch of Asgardians on the ship are dead, but Thor is still there. You got Heimdall, you got Loki, and yeah, it's a pretty good confrontation to start out this movie, because you see Loki, well, he gives Thanos the Space Stone, and yeah, the Tesseract and all, because he has it, and nobody knew he had it. But of course, we see Hulk jump out of nowhere and attack Thanos. He seemingly looks like he's getting the best of him, but Thanos, yeah, that's not gonna hurt Thanos at all. Thanos easily took down the Hulk and scared him so hard that the Hulk never appeared at all in this movie ever again. And of course, you have Heimdall who sent the Hulk back to Earth, and right after that, of course, Heimdall gets it. Thanos kills Heimdall, and then Loki, of course, trying to like kill Thanos. Yeah, you knew that was gonna work. And Loki gets killed as well. And this time Loki might be officially dead, because you have, wow, it looked dark when he saw his dead body. And then, of course, they blew up the ship. Thor, of course, lives. We'll move on from that later, but let's go to number 2. So let's jump to the fight in New York. So right after Banner, of course, introduces Tony Stark to Doctor Strange and Wong, yeah, of course, the fight between it is Ebony Maw and Cull Obsidian happens in New York. It actually takes place in New York, in Manhattan, I think. And of course, we go over to Central Park, and that's where Spider-Man comes in. And that fight was pretty cool. I like that fight in New York. It was just like, Cull Obsidian is just like big dude, but he's kind of, I think he's kind of weak, because Wong just sent him to like another place just like that, and his arm gets chopped off like that. But Ebony Maw is probably the best character of the Dark Order, and throughout the movie he kind of shares the screen time with Doctor Strange, and yeah, with him in that spaceship, of course. But I like the fight in New York. It introduces Spider-Man back into it, and he comes out of nowhere, of course, when he's riding the bus. He gets Ned to be a distraction. That's where we get the Stan Lee cameo. I like the fight in New York in this movie, and yeah, it really gets things started on Earth, and that's where, yeah, everything just moves into motion. Now let's go back to Thor, and this is where the Guardians find Thor, and yeah, you see it in the trailers, and I think it's just as funny as in the movie, of course, because they bring him in, and you see like Drax has sort of like a kind of a man crush over him, and then of course Star-Lord is like getting jealous over him, and yeah, imitating his voice. I thought it was cool, and just see Thor's interactions with all of them, especially like Rocket and Groot, was pretty cool as well. I mean, Thor, I think, was a highlight in this movie, because they didn't really showcase him throughout the trailers, but yeah, I thought he was probably maybe the best character of the movie. I don't know, I'd have to go back and watch it, but yeah, definitely him and the Guardians. Just see those scenes were cool. I liked them because they're in space, and both their movies, both with Thor Ragnarok, of course, that came out being a comedy, and Guardians, the 2 movies being a comedy, I think it really worked well. Their characters connecting with each other, and yeah, I like that scene where, of course, they meet Thor, and it really did work well. Now let's go back to Earth, and more specifically Scotland, and that's where we see, of course, Scarlet Witch and Vision are both there, and then, of course, right as they're on the street, out of nowhere, I think it was like Corvus Glaive comes over and just stabs Vision through the chest, and that was like, I did not expect that to happen at all. That kind of like, that scared me. Of course, Vision not dead yet, but he's damaged, of course, and they're both in a great fight. I love what we saw from Scarlet Witch in this. Elizabeth Olsen played her so well in this without the accent, which was a good thing, and seeing the relationship between her and Vision, really, like, they stepped up from the last movie. You can feel the emotion, of course, and that fight, of course, going into that train, that subway station, and that's where we see Cap, Falcon, and Black Widow coming in, and they easily actually take down Proxima Midnight and Corvus before they come away. But I love that introduction back to like Cap, because we see like the I think it was like Proxima Midnight's like staff or something like that. Like she throws at him, he's like catching it, he comes out of the shadows. I thought that was pretty epic as well. So yeah, but we didn't get a lot of Cap in this movie, but I think what we got of him was pretty good, and hopefully we get more of him in Avengers 4. Now let's move back to space for our fifth moment, and it's where Thanos gets the Reality Stone. And this happens at nowhere, where Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, and Mantis all go to find Thanos, has the Collector trying to threaten him to get the Reality Stone, and of course Gamora goes into there and kills kills Thanos, not Drax. But yeah, she kills Thanos, but we all see that the Reality Stone has already been acquired by Thanos, and he used it, and that tricked me. That tricked me, because I was like, what a great scene that was. Just a trick, like, everybody who was watching the movie, because he has a Reality Stone, and then he takes Gamora, and that brings us to our sixth moment, and it's where Thanos gets the Soul Stone. But before that, we see that the keeper of the Soul Stone is actually Red Skull, who I don't think anybody were ever expected to see in this movie. And when they showed him, I thought it was going to be Mistress Death for a little bit. Then it was like a male's voice. And then he takes off his hood, because he kind of looks like a Dementor. And it's Red Skull. And that was like, yeah, very shocking that he was in the movie. And another shocking moment comes right after that, when, yeah, Thanos kills Gamora by throwing her off a cliff. Yeah, kills her. I think she's dead. So yeah, that's a shocking moment. But although it wasn't really shocking when the moment happened, because when like Red Skull says you have to sacrifice someone you love to get the Soul Stone, well, yeah, you knew it was gonna happen. And yeah, what a fatherly way to show your love for your daughter. And yeah, that's just the kind of guy Thanos is. Just the kind of titan he is. And yeah, that was like, yeah, that was pretty sad, and a death that I did not expect to see in this movie. That's what I liked about this movie. It showed the relationship between Gamora and Thanos, and when they go to that flashback, when Thanos goes to their planet and pretty much adopts Gamora by giving her that like switchblade. Yeah, very fatherly. Yeah, he shows his love for his daughter, pretty much. And next we have Wakanda. Everyone going to Wakanda. Well, not everyone, but just like Cap, Black Widow, War Machine, Banner. Yeah, all of them go. Falcon, yeah, all of them meet and go to Wakanda for the first time. You see there Black Panther welcoming the group, and then they have the battle, and they're trying to keep Vision safe, and Scarlet Witch is of course there too, trying to protect them. And then that battle happens, and it's just like great to see all the warriors from Wakanda in that battle, battling those creepy little like whatever those things Thanos sent. I mean, they look pretty creepy, they look pretty intense, and they were not easy to destroy until one moment happened later. And I think Scarlet Witch was the strongest. And I think when Okoye was like saying, why was she up there? Of course she was protecting Vision, but it was like, yeah, she was powerful out on the battlefield. And that was like just a cool moment to see Scarlet Witch out there. Another cool moment to see like Black Panther and Captain America, like they're just like be the first one to charge out towards those monsters. It's just great to see Cap and T'Challa like fight side by side, along with Bucky, who he reunites with Cap. So yeah, that's great. The White Wolf. And now when you go to Nadir, I can't pronounce it. I'm saying Nadir Valir. I think I'm effing that up. This is where Thor, Rocket, and Groot head to this planet to get the new weapon for Thor called the Stormbreaker. And I like the scene. It probably was one of the maybe slow moments in the movie until it got sped up. And this is where Peter Dinklage's cameo came in the movie. Well, kind of a cameo. He plays this giant dwarf, which is pretty cool. A giant dwarf played by Peter Dinklage. And he's like the last of their kind. I think his name is like Eitri, but it's pretty cool to see him get the weapon. And one of the cool things I liked about this moment is where we see Groot, he cuts off his arm to make it like the handle for his weapon, which is pretty cool. I was like, dang, he took out like kind of his own arm. Well, he's a tree, so he's probably not gonna feel it too much, but I mean, that's pretty cool. Just see like Groot help out Thor get his weapon like that. Pretty awesome. And now we go to the fight on Titan, and this is where the Avengers have Thanos beat. I mean, they have him beat. They have him pinned down. You have Mantis on top of Thanos, like controlling his mind. You have Iron Man, like Doctor Strange, Star-Lord. They all help take him down. And then of course, yeah, even Nebula was there too. But then of course, Star-Lord F things up. And that's when, of course, Thanos revealed that he had to kill Gamora. And Star-Lord, yeah, he just couldn't take it. He went wailing on Thanos. Of course, that did not help as Thanos got free. And he stabs Stark, of course, which was like a moment where he thought you were going to say goodbye to Iron Man. And then, of course, Doctor Strange had to give Thanos the Time Stone. But the thing is, did he do something to the Time Stone? Because he gave him like the Time Stone pretty easily, and so it's like maybe we'll see it in the future if he did something to the Time Stone. I don't know, but that scene where they're fighting Thanos on that planet, it was like, yeah, they had him beat, but Star-Lord f's it all up. But it was a very, like, I think it was purposeful, and you understand why he like did what he did, and yeah, but I mean he was pretty much a dumbass at that moment. And finally, we go to the very end where Thanos appears in Wakanda, and he just appears just like that, where he's got to get that final Infinity Stone, which of course is in Vision's head. It is the Mind Stone. And once he got there, all the Avengers try to like go up to him and fight him. You have Black Widow. I don't know why she was doing it. She like, you can't stand. She's a human trying to stand toe to toe with a Titan. Koi even trying to do it. I mean, none of them stood toe to toe. Falcon and finally Cap. He got like the best, but even he couldn't do anything to Thanos. And then when he finally gets to Vision, of course, Scarlet Witch destroys Vision with that. That's what Vision wished for. He did not want the Mind Stone to fall into Thanos' hands. So it's like, yeah, they destroyed it. But no, this time Thanos has the Time Stone, and he was like, I'm gonna bring him back, and I'm gonna get that Mind Stone, and he got it. So yeah, then Thor came in. Thor put like his Stormbreaker to his chest, and then of course Thanos was like, yeah, did the snap. I can't snap, but he did the snap, and it went to like white all of a sudden. It was like, whoa, what just happened? And then it cut back to where like Thor saying, what did you do? What did you do? And then of course Thanos was like, yeah, he just disappeared, and then everyone else started disappearing. And I think a lot of people were expecting this to happen, but it just like when you've seen in that moment where everyone starts disappearing, you have Black Panther like perish, and then you have like, I think Bucky was the first to go. And I like everybody's emotion because Cap sees him. He's like they're kind of in disbelief because they just go quickly as that. So I think it's like Bucky, Black Panther, Cap. I can't like. I think Falcon. Yeah, Falcon definitely was one of the ones, and like just half the population. And of course we go to Titan, where Spider-Man. I mean, that was like probably the most emotional one we had to see, because we saw Spider-Man having like the perished, and then like Stark is by himself, like his side. It's just like, damn. I was like crazy. And then Doctor Strange and like Star-Lord, I think Drax and Mantis, they all just disappear and turn into these like ash, and it's just like, wow, that's kind of very creepy. And it's just like, wow, how are they gonna bring him back? How are they gonna bring him back? Because you can't use like the Time Stone because Thanos has it. Doctor Strange is like, he vanished with the rest of them. And of course Scarlet Witch also went to with Groot. Of course Groot, that was kind of a sad thing, is where we lost Groot in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and then we lose him again, and Rocket's like, no Groot, and that's like, wow. And the thing is, I know they're gonna come back because they have movies that are gonna come out in the future, but it's just like, I think for this movie they should, like, I kind of forgot at the moment that like they're gonna make movies. Of course, the future movies, there's gonna be a Guardians of the Galaxy 3, there's gonna be a Black Panther 2, there's gonna be another Spider-Man, but it's just like, yeah, that moment you forget, and it's just like you're just invested in the movie, and you see the emotions from the other characters once everyone starts perishing. And so yeah, those are pretty much the top 10 moments of this movie, but I am not done. Let's go to the 11th moment, because we go to the post-credit scene where we see Nick Fury and Maria Hill, and of course everything starts going berserk when of course they're in that car. Of course we see Maria Hill perish, and then of course Nick Fury is like, yeah, he's got to send that signal out to Captain Marvel, and this is the Captain Marvel tease, which was pretty cool. And of course, we see Nick Fury perish. But right before that, and right before he yells, "Oh motherfucker!" he gets off that like signal, that red alert signal, Captain Marvel, which is cool because you see it on the floor, and he's like, and it shows the sign, and it's just like the Captain Marvel symbol. So it's just like a great tease for Captain Marvel that comes out next year, and it's just like, yeah, she's gonna be the savior, and I can't wait to see it. And it's just like, it's gonna be like Black Panther and like this Avengers movie, this as Captain Marvel's gonna precede that one. So it's gonna be like, yeah, that's gonna be cool to see Captain Marvel in her own movie back in the 90s. And then of course, I think like the end of the movie, she's probably gonna pick up that little like beacon or whatever it's called, the signal on the street. So that's gonna be a cool way to lead into Avengers 4. So what was your favorite moment from Avengers Infinity War? Is it one of these? Well, of course it's gotta be one of these because I kind of just like talked about the biggest moments of the movie. So yeah, but what was your favorite? And yeah, and how do you think the Avengers will try to get the other guys back that perished? Because that's gonna be like, it's just a mystery how they're gonna do that, and it's gonna be like, can anybody turn back time? Who knows? So yeah, but tell me down below what you thought about the movie, and until next time, folks, I will see you guys later. I am out.